Alright guys, new content day. Let's start off with Cavalier Event Quest 1.1. We got this Red Skull over here. Now, the nodes on him, he's Armor Break Immune, Rich Gets Richer, Toxicant. So, and you want to be able to put you don't want to knock him down, because if you knock him down, then you're going to have to, then he's going to be debuff immune. You need to be able to get debuffs immune from the poisons that you're going to put on him from the node in order to do damage. You need debuffs on him in order to do damage. Overseer over here has his special concussion. There, you don't want to hit into his block like that. Definitely don't do that. But he's got that special concussion, so he's always going to have like the debuff on him, so you're doing some like major damage. I am going to go for, I believe, I went for like, I think that I might not even have gone for any specials. I just went here, get the special concussions on, and just watch the big red numbers. Oh no, I do throw one special too. You can see I get the special too, but now now he's debuff immune, but I'm getting the nice big red numbers afterwards. As long as, yeah, right there, the special concussion, the retaliation, big red numbers, really nice. I'm not going to throw any more specials because I want to be able to get that damage in. And so lots of options here, but again, you want someone who can get the damage in without not knocking him down. Probably damage over time is probably the best, but I didn't really have one on the team, and this was just my first run through. And Overseer did the job quite nicely. So pretty happy with that. Just a few more hits, and this one is done. Probably could have thrown a special 3, would have been fine. But I've made some special ones with him, and it's not too bad. This first Red Skull. There we go. Done. All right. Next up, 1.2, we've got Sigil Witch. Because of the way the node works, it's got redlining that when you get over a bar of power, you're going to shoot up really fast. I figured I wanted someone who's going to be good at spamming special ones. I actually brought in Guillotine 2099, did one of the fights on the path with her to grab a charge, and then I didn't want to deal at all with Sigil Witch's special 2 if possible, so my plan in here is just to go ahead and spam special ones the entire time. Keep her power controlled. She is going to be through the node. She does have the node where she's going to throw the special one more often, but I just figured this would be a very simple way to do it. There's random debuffs that you're going to get on every time a special is thrown, or buffs or debuffs. So I figure she's also bleed poison immune, so there's a chance that if I get something that I can deal with it. Seemed like a pretty good champ for this Sigil Witch, and didn't disappoint. Really easy. Just evading special ones, and then just go back in and spam my own special one the entire time. Really straightforward, nothing too bad. So I'll let this one finish up, and I'll see you in the next fight. All right, next up, 2.1, we got this Terrax boss. Here, you don't want anyone with non-damaging debuffs. So even, it's also got special delivery. I decided to have some fun and go in with America Chavez. So every time you parry, it's going to make him unblockable for like 8 seconds. So the goal is not to do so many damaging debuffs. So you can see here, I put down the heavy there, but now he's unblockable. So I got to watch out for that unblockable. I'd better debate heavy attacks. There, I just was getting used to his heavy attack. Okay, there we go. Now we can go back in. And the goal here is I do have the special delivery. So once I start getting off my special attacks, I will get some power gain back, and it'll be easy to start getting to specials off. Again, back off, let him throw that heavy attack back in again. Again, with the special delivery, I just keep cycling specials. For the most part, it works really great. America Chavez worked totally fine for this fight. I'm sure there are lots of great options here. But again, just go in with someone without any, with the no damaging, no non-damaging debuffs. So parries, again, parries are going to make him unblockable. So you want to go in with someone that you don't really kind of play him almost stun immune. But yeah, this one worked out okay. I think I do get hit at the end, but I still finish off the solo. Not perfect, but again, my first time through it worked out great. So enjoy the rest of the fight, and we'll see you in the next one. I did speed up the rest of that America Chavez fight, but no need to for this MODOK. It's going to be done in like 15 hits. I ended up I had the Horseman with me because it's a mutant path, so I used Magneto. The only thing he has here is the first your first parry is going to fail, and then you can parry. It like goes into like a cooldown. So you can see my first parry is going to fail, but then it goes into a cooldown, but then Magneto shuts it down for pretty much the rest of the fight. So even though that first one, even when the timer goes down, you can see I can just parry heavy freely the entire time. He does have cornered, so you just have to be careful. The only thing is to be careful is when you drop that special 3, I would suggest let the bleeds tick him down. Don't hit into him when the bleeds are there, or else you're going to give him a bunch of power. So it also has explosive personality, so it's great. Magneto, you don't have to worry about getting auto blocked, which is always the annoying part with MODOK. Magneto is always great for almost any #metal champion, depending on the nodes. Like, he doesn't work well for that initial Red Skull because he gets debuff immunity when you knock him down, so you can't really, it doesn't really work too well. But here we're gonna go ahead. We got like 40 prowess. Drop a big special 3. Watch him fly around, and then I think we get 30 something bleeds. So there we go. 30 plus bleeds. Let him tick away. Don't want it because of cornered. I just don't want to hit him. I'm just going to back off, let the bleeds tick him away, and there we go. 15 hit kill with Magneto. Fantastic. Next up is our first of the 2 new bosses. We got Rintrah here. Now, again, I'm sure there are lots of other options, and I didn't really realize what was going on at the time. I just went in with Mr. Fantastic here. One of the key things, and I'll point out, he's a really easy special 1 to evade. He cycles, because of the node, he cycles through like stun immunity, slow immunity, and heal block immunity. So at the beginning, he's stun immune. Now here, you can do it. There's also, if there's a buff that fails to trigger, he gets like unblockable. So be prepared for him to be unblockable. It's not too bad, but what I didn't realize is right there, see he went unstoppable? I put a note in the bottom. When he has 10 charges, just below his name there, if you hit into him against the wall, that's when you're going to trigger the unstoppable. When he has less than 10 charges, it's fine. He has this really nice long special one that you can just punish over and over again. But is when he gets those charges, if you hit, again, it's when he's up against the wall with 10 plus charges, that's when he's going to go unstoppable. And the few times that I trigger it, that's exactly what happens. I have to go back, read his kit, and that's all it is. It's not too bad. Okay? So just don't push him against the wall when he has 10 charges, and then you're just fine. See, I'm going to push him right back, I think, at some point against the wall. But his special one brings him right back across the screen. So it's not too bad. I think even at one point in this fight, I end up evading his special too. But again, this was like the first time I'm fighting him. I didn't really do too much research beforehand. I almost did some more research after the fact to find out what was going on. So as long as you know that, it's not too bad. There is a node that there are different charges. If you parry him, you're going to get a charge, and if you hit into his block, you remove the charge. If you get 5 of those charges, you're going to take a bunch of damage. There again, I hit into him while he was up against the wall with 10 plus charges. That triggered the unstoppable. But for the most part, because he's stun immune most of the time, or he's unblockable part of the time, then you're not really going to end up doing a lot of parries in this fight. And because of that, the node doesn't really come into play too much. But there, like I have that orange charge there, and if I hit into his block, I'll remove it. Right there, I hit into his block, the charge is gone. So as long as I don't get 5 of those, I'm not going to take any burst of damage. So I'm going to speed up the rest of this fight, let it play out, and we'll see you for the last one. All right, last but not least, we got Wong over here. Now, I'm sure Human Torch would have been fantastic. I had him as backup, but I went in with Hood just for fun. I recently took him to rank 2. The main thing on this is a combination of 2 things. Anytime you knock him down with a heavy attack, you have 8 seconds to throw a special. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is he has charges up just below his name, similar to Rintrah. He's got those charges. When he gets to 100, you don't want to hit into him or throw any specials. You want to knock him down to reset those charges. If not, you take a big burst of damage. He's got an easy special 1 to evade. He makes a portal. He pops out of the ceiling. Very Mortal Kombat-esque. And so we just have to easy to evade that. And then, yeah, there he goes. Pops out of the ceiling. And so all I'm doing is I'm holding my special here. He also gets regen throughout the fight. So again, Torch would be great. He also, if he throws his heavy attack, then he, at the same time, he's going to be unstoppable for a few seconds. So you got to watch out for that as well. So there, he's at 100 charges. All I'm going to do is I'm going to parry, knock him down, reset the charges, parry again, drop a special 2. And that's what I'm going to do every single time he gets to close to 100 charges. Also have to be careful at some point. He does power lock you, so you might have to back off and just make sure that you're not power locked when you have to do that move. As long as you know what to do on this one. Here I was trying to get nullifies on to nullify the regen buff. But other than that, I just rinse and repeat the entire time. You can see Hood can just get rid of his regen buff. And I'm just going to do the same thing. He's going to build up close to 100 charges. You can see here, again, he's just sitting there in the 80s. When he gets to somewhere in the 90s, that's when you want to throw it. So here he had that unstoppable. let him throw that special 1. I'm power locked. Now I got my power back. I'm going to knock him down. Then I'm going to throw the special 3. So I'm just do the same cycle every single time. I think it doesn't matter who you use. As you have someone who can deal with the regen, you'll be completely fine. You just have to know what is going on with the node. So I hope that helps, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. That's solos for all the bosses. Have a good one.